said these ladies can't get it. You know how they get it. They come on the scene and we say, divas, divas, divas. I like the way you walk and divas, divas, divas. I like the way you talk and divas, divas, divas. I like the way you block it, divas, divas, divas. We got the diva doses, doses, doses. 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 We got the diva doses.
Hey y'all, welcome back. This is our second season of the Divas Dose podcast, baby. I am your girl, Peaches, and then to my left I got
Charnita, or just simply Nita.
Hey, I'm Renee.
Okay.
What's up? It's your girl, Mee Mee.
So we're glad to have y'all back for our second season. We're going to keep it live and entertaining, switch it up a little bit. And so we're going to start it off, kick it off with tonight's show. It's just going to be an open topic, talking about different things that's going on in the world, current events and everything of that nature. So let's see. We were going to talk about first, I don't know, let's just talk about current events that's going on. Y'all tell me, what y'all think about the current tariffs and all that? Because let me tell y'all, I just got back from the Bahamas, right? And I was trying to bring back some of that castor oil that they make that's like, you know, the real deal Holyfield. They told me they don't ship to the United States because of the tariffs. Oh, yes, honey. They say,
yeah.
no, we don't ship over there because y'all tariffs is too high. And I was like, really? And they was like, yeah. So I guess, you know, to Trump's point, I guess he's trying to keep everything here, you know, made in America. I really don't see nothing wrong with that.
Stop while you are ahead,
no,
please,
no.
because they're the one that send most of our jobs and everything to international companies.
Well,
so
he just
just
sent
stop.
everybody back home to Mexico. Now the jobs are opening.
It's too late now because Mexico about to take over.
Take over what?
Everybody is negotiating to put their businesses over in Mexico. They like to hell with the United States.
Right.
Oh, well.
So I'm okay with it. I love the beaches over there. I'll be willing
Then
to
they
move.
need to stay in their own countries then. How about that?
Well, you know, would you be upset if there were a lot of us that just wanted to uproot the United States and just move over there?
Yeah, you could do that too, but are they going to allow you to?
Of course.
Who?
She said, well, you can get dual citizenship.
Oh, in Mexico?
Yes.
What about if you want to go abroad? Just say to Europe.
Actually, Canada,
I said
Sweden,
Europe.
Sweden. The president or whoever's over their country just said, oh, the floodgates are open, baby. They are accepting us.
So you're just going to uproot and just leave the great state of the United States?
How great is it?
Great state. What is great about the United States
Have
anymore?
y'all traveled abroad to different countries?
Yeah, of course.
Would you stay in Dubai?
No, I don't think I was staying.
No,
Well,
it's too many rules.
I will admit, I did meet a lady who's from Ethiopia, and she said that Ethiopia is now going to be the new Dubai. They're building it and constructing it to be the new Dubai.
And so I guess women going to have a lot of rights over there too.
I feel like there's restrictions in every country you live in,
yeah.
right? It's just a matter of what works for you.
Oh, okay.
I do like free health care. I do like the fact that people who are impoverished are not as impoverished as they are here in the United States. We have a major issue with homelessness, and that says a lot about our government, period.
Right.
Okay. So y'all going to just up and root and just leave America?
I've been thinking about leaving. For the last 5 years, I've been thinking.
I'm not leaving.
I want to leave.
But how great is it being here with all of the things that are happening currently?
The same reason why everybody want to come here.
Well, we used to be the land of the free and opportunity, but that's no
Free
longer.
ain't
That's
free.
shifting.
Free ain't never been
Yeah.
free.
If you're not within the top 10% wealthy, how beneficial is living in the United States for you?
Free ain't free.
I mean, because we already know our taxes are not going to no longer look like they look anymore. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
what
if you
what
cut
what is
certain
what is
taxes-
so great about the United States right now? Like, what is so great about the United States?
I love the United States, and I guess it's only because I've traveled a lot of places, and I'm like, I can't wait to get back home because I absolutely love my freedom of speech. You know,
But every country is not like that.
like what?
That they limit women from being able to
I
have
didn't say
freedom.
women.
I'm
I
just
said
saying in general.
overbroad, freedom of speech. Period. You gotta
Mexico.
watch what you say. You go to China. You can't talk bad about that whatever.
Mexico's
it is.
not like that.
I didn't say Mexico. You keep talking about Mexico.
Okay.
There's more than one country besides Mexico, sugar.
Well,
So
as
you-
you can see, that's the only country she probably knows.
Ooh.
Oh, you a lie, because I was going to move to Curacao and Italy. They were the top two on my list. Thank you.
Yeah.
Working in the tech world, they're going to pay you to live and work over there if you work on 5G. So see, wrong.
How you spell Curacao?
Don't worry about that.
See what I'm talking about? Just talking.
thought I asked.
Your ass going to stay here.
I will.
With your people.
I will.
She may move to
I want to
Alaska.
leave. Oh, you're right.
She'll probably
Alaska.
move to Alaska.
If the weather keeps up the way it is, huh?
Yeah, because I won't be able to do Texas too much longer.
Okay.
It's dark over there all the time.
That's fine. I like the dog.
What is it? 30 days of darkness?
I don't
28
remember.
Days. 28 days.
But it's dark all the
30
time.
days.
28.
But anywho, moving right on along to the next hot topic. Let's talk about Diddy.
Oh my
Ooh.
God. Have y'all been following it?
I have, and I really don't see where the whole RICO case is coming in. That sounds like a lot of sex to me, and I thought I was a freak.
I haven't been following.
Baby.
I haven't followed it either.
I have. I am nowhere near a freak. So past shows, when y'all heard me talk about being a freak and a dominatrix and all that, baby, I cannot top. What's her name, Cassidy? Mm-hmm. Oh, honey, because you better not piss on me.
So was she like just open to whatever it is because she wanted to really just be with her man and she was in love with him?
Girl,
was that why
want
she was?
the money?
It was money. You think it was money?
It could have been a mixture
And
of both.
fame.
It could have been. Well, she wanted her career. She probably wanted him in the beginning. And then the money too.
So is it a crime to be a freak?
It's not a crime, but some things should be off limits.
Like what?
I mean, obviously they didn't. They
Golden
didn't think it was off
showers.
limits.
Golden showers should be
R.
off
Kelly was
limit.
the one to do it first.
Oh, who's to say that?
You seen it on the tape.
That don't mean nobody else was doing it though.
Well, I'm just saying we seen it on the tape. We just know that Diddy is the second one to do it.
When did the golden shower take place? Did you look at the time frame?
That was back, in the early 90s? Were you talking about with P. Diddy? Not with P. Diddy, but with R. Kelly? Yeah, that was in the early 90s.
So wouldn't a golden shower be considered a fetish?
I think so.
I think so.
Some people just want that warm piss on them.
That's nasty.
That's horrible.
It's a freak show. And I think she should be locked up too, her and her husband.
Who?
Why so?
Because you indulged in it. You even set up the dates.
Wait, back
And
up.
I think her husband was the one that put her
Wait,
up
back
to,
up. We
to
talking
falling.
about? We talking about Cassie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, ain't that her
Her
name?
husband set the dates up?
No, I said she set the dates up.
Okay.
I'm claiming him to be the one that told her to go on and file that lawsuit because, I mean, you listening to your wife doing all this stuff. I mean,
Well, I do
she
think
for
that
the
there's a
streets.
line there where he did physically assault her. So I do think there was a criminal
Who?
case
Dwight?
there.
Or did he?
Did he?
Well, he paid off.
So do you feel like she should have came forward at the time that it happened versus coming forward at the time she did when she did for like a payout? Do you feel
I don't think that there's a time limit on when you come out because fear,
Well, you
is
can have
at the
PTSD and
forefront.
not
She
know
was
about
scared
it
of
until
him?
something traumatic
To a
happens in your
degree,
life.
if we're going to talk about that, then let's jump on over to Bill Cosby. Now, them women know. Now, half of them I couldn't even recognize. You come 25 years later talking about
I think that was a lie, though.
Yeah, I mean, come on. And that man did time
I
for
think-
that.
I think that's a lie.
there should be a statute of
But back
limitation.
to Diddy and Cassie, because Bill Cosby is not a trending topic of today's society.
But it's still relevant. It's still relevant.
It still relates.
I'm just saying. What I see is a trend that they're attacking African American men.
But
Sorry.
I
That's
don't
just
think
how
that they're
feel.
innocent.
So you feel
I don't think they're
you feel
innocent.
like
I just feel like they're only exposing them.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Cause baby, you can't tell me on the other side that there's no other individuals that's doing this.
They talked
Right.
about it. What's that old white man
I
name?
just want to know.
Epstein?
I just want to know who's on Epstein's list.
Me
Once
too.
the list comes out,
Why? What difference does it make? Because there's plenty other lists. There's other private islands.
I just want to know who's on the list.
Everybody that you think is on the list is probably on the list.
Exactly,
I think so
Renee.
too.
And that's why it's not out.
And mostly politicians.
Right.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
They're the biggest freaks.
Yeah.
How you know?
You know,
I'm just saying, like, if you think about all the people that are coming out with like all the cases or that have been caught with either drugs or sexual assault or sexual
you
harassment.
know what's crazy to me is the way people's mind works. And the reason why I say this is because perception. Perception is a hell of a drug. Because when you look at Elvis Presley, the king of rock.
Oh, yeah.
Most people, hold on. Most people look at king of rock and roll, whatever. The king, the king, the king. When I look at him, I see pedophile.
Chuck Berry.
No, I'm being honest though.
Tommy
it's
Lee.
I say perception is a hell of a drug.
Yeah. But it's always been that way, though. A lot of them have met young women and groomed Jay-Z and Beyonce.
He got
my
Priscilla when
goodness.
she was 14. Because I remember I was looking at something, a documentary or something.
Priscilla?
And he said, how was school today? I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
She was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
He kissed her
She was in the
mouth.
9th grade. Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on?
So they were in a relationship at that time?
Full-fledged. She was at his house.
Yeah. So you can say he groomed her because the movie on HBO
That's crazy.
talks about how her dad was in the military and Elvis was in the military, and then he was brought to her house, and then at that point he started.
So I guess it's safe to say that's what the parents did to R. Kelly with their kids.
And that's
Don't
why I
forget
think the
about
parents should be
Michael
held
Jackson.
accountable.
Yeah, they should
I really do
definitely be
think
held
that.
accountable.
Don't forget about Michael Jackson.
What about my
What about
he
Michael
do?
They
Jackson?
say Michael Jackson molested those little boys.
No, I don't believe that.
Now I did hear
Then
Diana
why he
Ross. I
paid
did
them
hear
off?
Diana Ross slept with Michael Jackson.
I'm not paying
age.
nobody off. If I didn't do it, you ain't getting my money.
Well, I think the reason why Diddy probably paid Cassie because it was a lot of things.
He wanted to keep her quiet. Yeah.
He didn't
was
want his
fast.
bedroom secrets to come out, which at the end of the day, I mean,
How
we
secret-
all,
I mean,
but
how
we all
secret
knew
was
about
it, though?
his sexual
It
preference.
was a lot of
There's a
people
lot of
that in the
knew
know.
about that.
Yeah.
They just didn't say nothing.
It's Hollywood.
In the industry, they knew.
That movie, what was that movie that I watched? It's a movie that came, it'll come to me. And it kind of talks about the industry and all that. It'll come to me. Anywho, moving on to our next topic. Let's talk about content creators. So, do y'all think that content creators are kind of like the new, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like the new information leaders that's going to shape our country.
The new power players,
or the new power
players of tomorrow.
No.
No, you don't think so?
I
I don't
people,
think that.
Go ahead.
No, I
Renee.
don't think so. I think that they are money makers, a lot of them, but power players, no.
Why not?
Where's the substance with some of them? So how are you going to be a power player and there's no substance to you? The only thing you're talking about
Some
is
of them
beauty.
don't have substance.
Some of them.
Okay,
Whereas
so it's safe to say some of them could be power players.
possibly depending on where they're leading you to. You can be an influencer, but what are you influencing?
I think people in news, yes, but I think people need to always remember at the end of the day, it's entertainment. Entertainment sells.
Because
I don't care how you look at it.
I follow
Division and
one
conflict
T.S.
sells, too.
I think I follow T.S. Madison, and I don't know if y'all follow her
I do.
either. But she's a transgender woman, and she brings a lot to the light, especially when it comes to the LGBTQ. I think that's all
Community.
people, that was mean. But she brings a lot of attention and awareness, to that. As a matter of fact, her and Nene was talking on Nene's show about, transgenders, and she said that straight men are not necessarily gay if they are attracted to a transgender woman because what they see is woman. And Nene kind of like disagreed with her, and she was like, well, they are gay because they know you're a man. But she said they walk in the room, first look is that's a woman.
A physical attraction.
It's just a physical attraction because, as we know, men are visual
And they look
creatures.
A lot of them look like
And,
women.
because
They
have the
look very
breasts,
good.
They have everything, but they still have their manly parts. And so it's like almost like, okay, and some men feel like if they sleep with a transgender, they're not necessarily, gay. So I'd like to know y'all thoughts on that because I feel like if it's a man, it's a man. And if you sleep with it, I mean, not with it, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. But if you sleep with
Are
it.
you saying what you feel?
Yeah, I did. So if you sleep with it, I feel like you're gay. And ain't no coming back from that.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You see a nice looking stud in the club. And just think about it. You see a nice, calm down. You see a nice looking stud.
And you don't know it's a stud.
No,
It ain't got no titties.
listen, no, I'm talking about a man. You see a nice looking man, stud muffin, a man.
Right,
Not
but
a stud, but a man.
What's a stud?
And one that looks like a man.
No,
the girl?
No.
You talking
You
about
see a nice looking man. He looks studly, masculine. He looks good. He's he is hygiene.
Wait, so is it a man or a
It's
man?
a man.
Okay.
Is it a
Okay.
woman?
It's a man.
So why you associate stud with
Can
that?
y'all listen?
Okay.
Yeah, because a man ain't no stud.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all go ahead.
No, go
No,
ahead.
we're asking.
I'm okay. Can y'all follow? Can you follow?
We're just trying to
Okay,
get
can you follow?
clarification.
Just let her
Okay.
because you don't she's a little upset right now.
So look, anyway, you see a nice looking man in the club.
Okay.
It's dark. You know, he send you a drink. You know, y'all get to conversating after the drink. Okay, then y'all, I'm just saying, you know, you get a little tipsy, you get to filling up on each other, then y'all go back to the car or room or whatever. Listen, sometimes it happens that way. It happened with Mee Mee. But sometimes it happens that way. Yeah, it does.
I'm trying to remember when that happened.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't. No, that's not how that happened.
So sometimes it get a little steamy. So anyway, y'all get to doing the do or whatever. And then lo and behold, bam, it's a transgender. Because I've seen some transgender women that look like men. They went through the whole transformation.
Yes.
No breast.
So it was a woman.
Born a woman, but
okay, but
society-wise,
okay.
she identifies
It's
as
a transgender man.
Yeah, it's a transgender man.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you feel about that? I mean, she didn't went through the whole transformation, got her genitals done, this is done, because they do it. They do.
Yeah, they do have sex changes. Right.
She don't have this, she got a chest, she all
I've seen
swole.
some, yeah.
How would you feel knowing she was born a woman, but transitioned into a whole man, and now identifies as a man? As a woman, how would you feel about that?
I just think
how would you, as a woman, how would
I
you
just think
feel,
at our age,
how would you feel about that? I'm
think
asking
you
about
know how you
I'm
feel.
asking about a feeling,
Listen, I'm going there. At our age, we're a little bit more cautious about going to that car. Younger people don't have a category for sex or attraction. Whatever they're attracted to is what they're attracted to.
Right.
Period.
So at 40 plus, I know she didn't, but at 40 plus, you're not going to the car?
No. Hell no. AIDS is rampant. Hell
let's just say y'all date for a while without sex, including until like 30 days later.
You know what they taught us in sex ed? You feel your way. Now,
but you feel it, and
you said if it's there,
but
it could be a strap on.
No, it's there. The genitals
it's
are
there
there. But
because they have the sex change.
Okay, you said you did say that.
Unfortunately, it may be a little on the smaller side because it's not erected.
I probably would be disappointed.
In the size of the penis.
Yes.
I think I would be. Well, if I went there, I would have to take that on the chin because that's my bad.
Yeah.
For moving too fast.
And that's why I said no. I would not. At this day and age,
but would
I would
it
not.
change your perception about the transgender? Like, would you be like, well, I can't, when you find out, it's
well, if it's a man, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying
I probably wouldn't date that person because I'm not interested in.
But if it's a man, if that woman has transitioned to a man,
I still wouldn't be interested because at some point biologically that was a woman. So I'm not interested. I'm not what is it? The term
non-binary?
No, it's not non-binary. It's
asexual.
Fluid?
I can't think of it right now, but it's pansexual.
Oh, pansexual.
Oh,
You
that's
like
what
who
that
you
is?
like. Yeah, you like who you like.
Yeah, that's a pansexual, yeah.
But for me, I would be like, well, no. I would take that experience as an experience that I had, but I wouldn't proceed with it.
So would you date a man knowing he's been with another man? He's bisexual.
No.
You would not.
I don't think I could do
You
that.
would not either.
Hell no, he's gay.
And why?
He's gay.
Because that's not what I'm interested in. I don't want.
Because I feel like once you cross that line, you teeter-totter.
That's why the men don't feel comfortable with coming out
hold on.
telling y'all their sexuality.
But wait a minute, I'm not judging.
I'm not judging him.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying I wouldn't date
I feel like
them.
once you teeter-totter, you just can always teeter-totter, period.
And what's wrong with just keeping it real, saying I go both ways?
Yeah.
Why sit up and lie and make it seem like, I'm all about women when you know damn well you like dick too? Like, come on, don't play like that.
Yeah,
Don't.
because there are some women that are cool with it.
Yeah, some women are
Absolutely,
cool with it.
they are.
I know. Yeah, I know a couple.
But I think that you need to be open and honest. If you are a man that go both ways, they call them what,
Yeah,
toppers?
I can't do it.
They
I'll
call
be worried
them
whether or not
toppers
you're attracted to her, him, them, or
bottom
him.
The picture and the catcher. It's a picture and a catcher.
Well, the one that
Nita, you sure did a lot of research on this.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. That's because I love the LGBT.
I do too.
Girl,
That's why
stop.
I wouldn't judge.
Girl,
just
stop.
because I wouldn't date, I wouldn't judge. I don't
When
judge.
she go back to dating, she needs to know which lane she's gonna be in.
No, that's not it. I mean, because I don't ever plan on going back dating. But I just.
So you're never gonna date again?
Heck no. It's too scary out here.
Wait a minute.
Y'all not afraid out here? It's too scary.
So you're never going to have sex again?
I'm good.
Girl, no.
I'm good.
Girl,
Tell that to somebody
Next
else.
topic.
I'm looking at
Tell that to somebody else.
this camera.
Girl, no.
leads
Girl,
into
no.
the next topic.
What is
you
the
know, just like what she said, as far as like being out here on this dating scene,
It's scary.
You know, people are not genuine. People, it's almost like with social media, it has taken over to where people have their own hidden agendas of what they want. You know, they're not real. It's like the first thing you do to piss them off, they running. They're not even trying to give the relationship a chance. Because I know if you take your shoes off in my house and you are not my man, I got a serious problem with that. Like, please leave your shoes on.
And see, that's
Don't
the
do
thing.
that.
Like, you would never even get an invite to my house.
Yeah, I wouldn't invite you to.
No, I'm saying for me.
I wouldn't invite you because I have girls.
Yeah, well, if we've been dating for a while,
Well, I
you know,
guess if you-
over 6
Right,
months.
after a while, you would invite the
over
person
6
over.
months, you're not getting an invite to over 6 years.
I just think you just can't rush into things anymore. Where before
Absolutely.
we could wing it and be like, oh, okay, we're just gonna go with it. But I don't feel like
because
you can
we
just
got
rush
the
into it
telephone
anymore.
number when we went out, you know,
Yeah.
or when you went to. That's why I like to meet
And you
people
feel safe going out on the
traditionally.
first date. Now it's like you want to go to a public place.
You have to be careful.
Yeah.
But why are y'all dating out here? And most of these, like 85% of these men are like saucy and zesty and
Yeah, they want to be women now. These
Yeah,
niggas, I mean, these
they're the
men want to be
prize.
catered
I don't
to.
know where y'all
okay with
see
dating
men
out
at.
here?
They want to be
Where
catered
y'all be
to.
finding these men at?
I don't find
I
anybody.
don't find nobody. I
I
let
just
them
come
find
across
me.
them on social media.
Oh, well,
when I
that's
be
why, because you come
It's
across them on social media.
but in person.
In person, it ain't
I
like
see
that.
them in person too, a few of them.
Yeah, but where you
They
be
be-
going to find these
They
people?
be having their man bags on. They be looking like they the prize. They
But
be crossing
wait a
their
minute.
legs.
A man bag
they
does
be
not
doing like
mean
this,
saucy.
swinging their legs.
No. I'm not a part of the dating pool, but at some point you
I
can
don't see
find
that.
somebody. You can find somebody.
I don't see that.
That's gonna
But
work.
I like
What you
cowboys
see?
though. I like cowboys too.
What you?
So
So you
I don't see, or I'm not in an element where I like, business people who I see them like in their element.
Right.
I don't like club scenes, not me,
I know.
or
Yeah, no club
or
scenes.
just anywhere where I feel like anywhere you go where people have money, everybody is for show. So I'm never gonna
You
ever
say people are for sure if they
for
have
show.
money.
For
For show. They're just because you just don't know.
If they have
people can
money,
rent
they're for
bags, it's just for show. I'd rather go to an environment where the person is in their element so I can see their true selves.
And
that means
sometimes
like
they fake it till they make it in their element.
that's true, but that's
you
why
ain't
you got
lying
to get to
about
know
that.
somebody.
Yeah, I prefer to meet people like at house parties.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Something neutral, yeah.
Through
something
somebody
that's
else,
neutral.
somebody
Yeah.
that knows somebody that
Yeah,
introduce
through
you.
somebody
Yeah.
that introduce you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I prefer that because I do feel like, a lot of men want to know, okay, so what do you bring to the table? And I'm like, well, shit, what do you bring to the table? I know what I got. I even asked this one guy one time, I say, so, when you're dating, just say if y'all are really getting to know each other, would you ever consider moving in? And he was like, oh no, they gotta have their place and I gotta have my place. I said, well, that's cool. I said, I like that. I said, well, what about
Amen.
marriage? Because if I would ever get married, I don't want my husband living with me. You stay where you at. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. You can have a key to my house. I'll have a key to your house. That way, if we get into any type of disagreement, baby, get your little things and go on home.
You don't want your boo rubbing on your booty no more.
Only when I'm ready for it.
Oh, okay.
But he needs to be at home. So, and we're not gonna have no traditional marriage. Because I'm not going to invite all these people. I'm not going to pay all this money for people to come.
Traditional wedding.
And be betting about how long we going to last and all that. We're going to have
talking
a little...
about you in the audience.
There you go. We're going to
And
have
she knows
something...
she shouldn't have that white on.
My goodness.
She know all the men she didn't been
Why
through.
is dating so complex? Because I do not remember.
Yeah, you're going to come, you're going to eat, I'm going to buy the appetizer.
I think
you're
the
gonna go
more
home.
advanced the world gets,
It's
the
gonna
more
get more and more complicated.
If you haven't already found your forever.
Your forever
Yeah.
should have been found like when you was in high school.
Absolutely. Well, no, maybe,
necessarily.
Not high school. Maybe mid-20s. I don't even think it should be.
But
I
not
don't even think it should be a cap on it, though.
It's no
Peaches.
time limit.
That was. I don't think it should be a cap on it. To be honest,
no
Well, so
time
you've
limit.
been in love before. You think you ever going to find love again, Nita?
Nita. You looking at me?
Nita said she's not even dating no more. Why you ask her that?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I believe that the last of a dying breed left in 2021 for me. It's
Yeah. What about you, Mia?
I don't think it's.
You think you can
What was
find
the
love
question?
again? Like, if you've been in
Oh,
love
yeah.
once, you
Oh,
think
yeah.
you
She's
can
a
love
hopeless
again?
romantic, so she's
because it can happen.
But that's because I don't have as many standards as a lot of people.
she'll
do.
kiss 75 frogs until she find a prince.
No, you're a lie because I don't kiss frogs. Listen, so you know how she said you can't take off your shoes when you come to my house. I don't have like certain standards, but you wouldn't be at my house anyway. But I don't have those type of standards to say, oh, this, because I feel like you should want that person to show you who they are so they can be so comfortable that they would be like
Take their shoes off.
Yeah,
and
take
be
their shoes
comfortable.
off. Because I want to know who you genuinely are, period.
If you're not my man, don't take your shoes off.
Well,
of my
that's different.
house.
That's different. That's
Okay.
different.
If you are a guest,
But
do not.
But he shouldn't be coming to your house if he's not your man.
He's
Too
a guest.
soon.
He's a friend.
Fuck
If he's
that.
coming too soon.
Crazy
What do you
people.
mean too soon?
What's your time limit on?
She said 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That,
That's fine.
what, 6 months? They ain't your man yet?
No.
6 months.
6 months?
Damn.
That's too short, child.
That's it really is.
oh my God.
6
not-
months is fine
6
to
months, I'm
invite
still
somebody
getting
to your
know you.
house.
No.
By that time, that should be her man. If you spend that much time with that
6
man,
months?
6
Y'all,
that should be
people
your
put up-
man.
People put
Huh,
up
you
a
better tell
facade
them.
for 5 years.
sure
So
they
y'all
lying.
serious?
But an invite to your house
Oh
should
my
be
God.
fine after 6
I'm
months.
still stuck on. You think I'm gonna be
wrong with
dating?
that?
You think I'm gonna be just chatting it up with somebody for 6 months?
Yeah, we're gonna be going out
It's
on
nothing
dates.
wrong with that
Wasting my
either.
time.
Be
Hell no.
traveling.
old. I
No,
get it.
no,
You
no,
old.
no, no,
I
no.
get it.
I am not
When you
wasting my
old,
time
I
on
get it.
anybody.
When you're
If I
old-
don't see progression, I would let a person
When
know.
you're old
We
and-
have to date with intentions.
When you're
Okay.
old,
Okay,
when
because
you're
if you think you just gonna
So
be
let me just say this.
courting
When
me for 6 months,
when you're old and dried up,
oh, I ain't dried up, baby.
No,
This
I
shit
guess, I
wet.
guess what she also trying to say, if she's dating with intention, she's only dating one person.
Okay, and I get it. She's
Yeah, she's
she's
only
dating
dating
with
one person.
intention. But if you're just casually dating,
Oh, that's different.
then that's fine.
That's different.
Yeah.
And then when you say that's what you're doing, Peach, just casually dating?
Yeah,
Because you got
birds.
bird cake, so yeah.
So
y'all
that
didn't want me
6
to
months
put
is
on the
good
table.
to come
I
and
said
visit.
put the
We
birthday
did
down.
Peaches.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even want my bird
Peaches,
on the
we gotta let the
Baby.
birds lay, baby.
I mean, but
cage is open.
but
You
my
can fly
question
in
at
and
this
fly out.
age, why would you not be dating with intentions?
Because everybody doesn't want to be married and everybody doesn't want to
No,
be in a
and I
committed
don't mean
relationship.
marriage. I don't mean in marriage.
A committed relationship
They
either.
don't.
So
They
that's
don't.
why.
Yeah,
Everybody
I ain't
doesn't
in love
want
with
I
the
ain't
themselves
sharing
either.
shit. My bank account, not this cooch. I ain't sharing not a motherfucking thing.
Well,
So you can't if we ain't strictly dickly, I ain't doing it. I'm not.
But
I'm not
everybody
doing it.
doesn't want that. The
And that's
idea
why I
of
probably say,
marriage and commitment.
I
Everybody's
want a
not
marriage.
looking for that. Look at Nita. She said she's not dating ever again.
yeah.
I don't want to share my assets.
Well, you ain't got
You can
to.
date and not share your assets.
Did you see Carol
Yeah.
Burnett?
You just sign a prenup if you get married.
I don't want to have to go through all that paperwork and the red tape. I don't want to have
But
to.
what
Nita,
does that have to do with
Nita, you
dating?
have people now that already have their businesses,
Yeah.
and they're okay with living in their own home, and that woman living in her own home.
That's right.
But here's the
That's
thing:
why you
I
have to
don't
be
want to.
with me.
I don't want to live apart from my significant other. I'm just saying.
Well, goddamn, which
No,
one do you want?
I'm saying I don't
That
want to live
part.
apart from my significant other. If it was somebody out there for me, which I mean, I just don't. I wouldn't want to live apart because I wasn't raised like that to live apart.
Okay, and that's another thing. Why do we always have to go back to how you was raised?
Yeah.
Change traditions. You
Yes,
can change
break it. 'Cause I can
how
show
you,
sleep with my
Yeah,
you
baby
can
by
embrace
myself.
new things and do
I
what's
agree.
best for you.
I agree, but
You don't have to
Because
look back to
sometimes the
how
way
somebody
you
I
else
agree.
did.
raised
No.
wasn't the right way anyway.
agree.
And
I
you find a
agree.
lot more couples that say they live in their separate houses and they need to miss
Okay,
each
well that
other.
works
Yeah.
for them, but that wouldn't work for me. I don't think.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
that
fair
works
enough.
for some, but I don't
Because you
believe it
need
will
that
work for me.
companionship. You want that companionship.
I mean, just the friendship, just the whole friendship.
You can be friends on the phone.
For me, we're gonna be friends before we be anything,
Exactly.
regardless.
Of course.
Because I need to be able to see you in the light.
I agree with that.
So we're gonna be friends regardless. And I think if you don't get my sense of humor, and if I don't get yours, that's a dud. Because my sense of humor is very.
Yeah, it is.
But if
Yeah.
if you found somebody like that at first, who's to say that there's not another person out there like that?
It may be, but I just know it's scary out here because people come with ulterior motives and
Of
secretive
course. They
do.
intentions.
And that's why I
And
think
facade.
that's
A person can put up a facade for 5 years
Well,
before
that's
they
why
show you who they truly are.
That's why
That
I
is
think
scary.
you should let somebody be as comfortable as possible because they let their guards down when
Right.
they're comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, and they also know how you feel, which moving on to our next topic. When a woman makes more money than a man, I have found that,
You just wrapping it all up into one.
I have found that men that I have come in contact with, dated, or even conversed with, because I always try not to say what I do for a living or anything like that. But as you said, as you get to know people, they find things out. And for, the longest, they may seem like, they cool and all that kind of stuff. But then when you start mentioning things about advancing in your career and doing things or even traveling, you'll find that some of these men and women alike become jealous.
Yeah.
They become jealous. They start making little shade comments. Oh, well, you got it. Like if you mention like, oh, Lord, I need to buy me a new refrigerator because this one, oh, well, it ain't like you ain't got it. Go and get it.
See, that kind of person wouldn't even be in my presence.
You know what
But
I'm
that's
saying?
insecurity on that person's part.
You know?
And that person not on your level.
Yeah.
And so it kind of make you wonder, and especially if it's coming from a man, like what kind of man
Well, that's what I'm
is
saying.
jealous of a woman?
Saucy and zesty.
Well, there's a lot of people that are not happy with their lives and how
Absolutely.
their lives turned out. So that person's not on your level. And that's why I say, like, a person, I'm telling you, if you let them feel really comfortable, they will let you know. You have to
who they
listen with
are.
intention.
Yes.
Right.
Listen to what they're saying and ask the right questions at the right time. They're going to tell you who they are. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to continually just be friends with them and go on random dates.
Right.
Or move them out the way.
Now, I do find that toxic men are fun to be with because they just
Why?
fun for a short time. And
But
not a
why
long
are they
time.
fun?
Because they don't have no intentions of even being with you. They have no intentions of anything. So
Okay.
they're just fun to just hang out with.
So you say that toxic men are fun
Like
to
a
be
friend?
with. Do you
yeah, they fun to hang out with.
but do you
like-
have a little toxicity in you?
No.
She do.
If you are okay with them being a little toxic,
I'm fine
You're
with
attracted
that.
to toxic. They
Right.
say
For
they say-
fun.
but
It's for a short time. It's not for a long time. They fun to be with.
Well,
Because there's
elaborate
no
on that.
intentions, and you know who they are.
elaborate.
I just said
In what
it.
way?
You know
In what
who
way are they
are.
toxic? In what way are they toxic?
The fact that most of them are narcissists, big ass liars. What else about them? You can pretty much see straight through them. You can pretty much see straight through them, but they're fun to be around because sometimes
but why are they fun if they have all of that toxicity?
you don't want them no way. You just want to go hang out because maybe they like the same things you like. Maybe they like the football game, so they'll go to the football game with you when you ain't.
Have
got
you been
nowhere-
dated outside your race?
No.
Sound like to even deal with them. Sound like there's a hint of loneliness there. To even want to deal with them.
No, you can have friends. Don't get me wrong. You can have friends that are
that's
toxic.
that are
Yeah,
just
okay, I
toxic.
agree with
I
that.
have female friends that are
Oh,
toxic.
okay. Because I'm
Okay.
like, you
I
said watch
got-
football games. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I got female friends that are just like toxic.
Because
It's like, ooh,
you
Lord,
just know
girl.
you're going out with
But
that person
isn't it
just to go out
energy
with them.
draining?
No, because you're just going out to have fun
You're
with
just
them.
going out to have fun with
Yeah,
them.
you're not-
they
nothing
just
more.
fun for because it's just like with men when they deal with women. They don't want nothing. They'll lie to you and make you think it is when it ain't. But you just there for a good time, not no long time. But they'll sit up and make you trick your mind and make you thinking, say all these sweet whatnots in your ear and have you thinking like, oh, one day he's gonna choose me, and you go all out your way, and then come to find out he wants Shira over there.
but you know how
Just saying.
you know how they say within the first date or two, a man knows if a woman is wifey material.
Right.
Is that the case with women? Like, would you know within the first date or two if a
I
man
feel
is
that way.
husband
No,
material?
because some of these women be picking men after
I
one
don't even think it's
week.
that way anymore for men either.
For men, it's
Yeah,
not that way anymore.
Probably not now, but
How many dates in would a man? Do you ladies think a man would probably know?
Because I feel like men
if
make
she's
women
like-
prove
in
themselves.
current day?
Yeah.
Oh.
My dad say
well-
my dad say about 6 months they know what they're gonna do with us.
But first off, a lot of men these days, I don't think they're looking for wives.
me neither.
What do you think they're looking for, Renee?
A good time.
That's
Just
it.
a good time.
Good
That's it.
time.
You think so?
Wow.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think a lot of men are looking for a good
Unless
time.
he's
They're
a
not
really
looking for
nice,
wives.
good Christian man.
I think they're looking for companions.
Well, that's still not. They're not. You
I think,
don't have
I
to
think
be
they're
their
looking for
wife to
companions
be
for
a
different
companion.
things.
I think if he's a Christian
Okay,
man,
what do you mean looking for
Like
companions for different
just like
things?
there's different categories. It may be a woman that got money. It might be a woman that has good sex. Maybe a woman that's
ulterior
fun to be
motives.
around. Like you know what I mean? I
Hidden
just
agendas.
yeah,
ulterior motives.
yeah. You know,
Because I mean, good sex get old too. Shit, they want some new puss.
Yeah.
After a while, I think
Yeah.
every man. I mean, he can sit up and screw you. You can be married to him over 20 years,
'Cause
and
it's
sooner or
like
later he gonna go
it's-
get
it's
some.
like
I think an old man just
it's-
wants somebody to sit with him.
That's it.
It's
'cause he
like
can't get it
it's
up
like
no
for
more.
both parties. It's what they call the honeymoon stage. That's like
It
you get a
is.
shiny new toy. And you just play with it and play with it and play with it. And after a while, it gets boring to you. And you want a new toy. You throw that one to the side. Like, I don't want to play with this no more. I
You
want
just
some.
discarded, huh?
Yeah, seriously. I think that's how
Men and
today-
women are.
I think that's how today's society approach dating.
Oh wow.
Just throw it to the side.
Well, I think a lot of those men listen to Kevin Samuels and all that other bullshit
But I
that's out
actually
there.
like Kevin Samuels. So
did
if they
too. I
do,
actually
that's
like-
fine.
I don't think so.
I
I
liked
think it
him.
was a male that was hurt by a female, you started bashing
women are very delusional. Y'all are very delusional.
I don't think so.
y'all, 'cause
I don't
I'm
think
not.
so.
Women, y'all are very
You
delusional.
cannot. You know how they say you shouldn't generalize nobody.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because a man will sit here and tell you exactly what he wants from you. But you gonna walk away in your mind with a totally different thing of what he said.
You're
You know what I'm
generalizing.
saying?
See how she? But you're you're generalizing.
Women.
A lot.
You're
of
generalizing.
something. Some. I don't
Yeah.
think that's true for everybody.
I don't think that's
And
true for everybody
men,
either.
I'm looking in the camera. Tell me if I'm wrong about a woman. You could tell her exactly
Not all
what you're
women.
looking for and what you want. She gonna walk away with something totally different.
not all
Men do
women.
the same thing. Men do the same thing. They will pursue you even though you say, "Oh, I don't want
I'm
to."
not interested. We can just be
Y'all gotta
friends.
understand that dogs by nature is to chase for them. And then when you give up the chase, it's like, I'm good. On to the next. Y'all gotta quit giving up the chase so easily.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You gotta let them chase you because that's what my daddy told me. My daddy told me, he said, you gotta quit pursuing because I
nobody-
go after what I want. If I want you, I'm going after me.
The only thing easy you want is an easy A.
I think you're confusing. I think you're confusing the age groups because different age groups do different things.
Don't you say that because I know a silly 61-year-old woman, baby.
Oh,
when I
shit.
tell you
Oh,
silly,
shit.
silly.
Well, I can't speak for her.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So let's
Okay, women with morals. Women with morals
have nothing to
do
do with
different
age.
things.
Because just like you got men that are over 50 years old and still think they some kind of goddamn players until they shit break down. Now they looking for a hospice wife.
Oh, no.
Now they want to come running back to you talking about,
them-
baby, you was the best
with
thing
them-
I
oh, my
had.
God.
Baby,
Hold
go on with your bullshit. When you got
with
fat
them-
and out of
with
shape
them-
and can't
with
breathe
them-
and on all kind of
with
medicine.
them
Oh,
creases-
my
with
God.
Play
them
with you. Why
creases-
you act like you met one?
I have.
With them creases in their jeans, with them Skechers.
Girl.
Oh, no.
What gets me is the ones that's old and still want to dress like they young and shit. Baby, if you don't go take that shit off and go put you on some slacks and some nice Vincy shoes and a shirt and a tie and look really nice for your age
Yeah.
and smell
Yeah,
good.
I-
and quit sounding like you 25, 30 years old. You too big for that.
What
Now,
they
enough
say?
is enough.
What they say? Peaches.
What they be saying? Yeah. Girl, just be talking to you like, yeah, baby, get out my face with that, honey. Can we talk about some real shit? I don't want to hear all that. Oh, you know you surely is pretty. Do you got $2,000 in your bank account right now? That's all I want to know.
Hey,
No.
it ain't in his bank account. It's under his mattress. What you talking about?
No.
Uh-uh.
My no.
Like, take
To
a
all
little
the
bite.
women that are watching this show,
No.
please don't take this as everybody's dating experience is not the same.
It's gonna be different for everybody.
You've experienced, you done ran through it, and you done seen it, and you done saw it.
My.
Yes, you have.
at Johnny
I've
Gill
had
over here.
guys that approached me, came to the house thinking because I got a 3-bedroom house and I live alone that they can rent out the room for $500 while they stand at home with their mama and not giving their mama nothing. Boy, if you don't go sit down and go give your mama that $500, that's your best bet. You think you can come over here and cook for me and show me what kind of cook you is and what kind of man you could be, and then working part-time?
Peaches, you ever dated outside your race?
No. I
But
told you
Peaches,
I
how do you
haven't. They
even
don't
end
want
up on the
me.
same spectrum as those type of men?
Because I like men for men, and I don't really like just judge them. You know, I just don't. I love men. Like
I understand
don't care
that,
if you
but it
fat,
seems like when
skinny,
they-
short. Like
it
some of
seems-
y'all women, y'all want 6 foot. Baby, he could be 4 foot.
No.
He
4
could,
foot.
he could be
You like
4
short
feet.
men?
Baby, I love men. Did you not hear me? Men with a real penis
Okay, so
and
let me
balls.
ask you this. Okay, you say you
And can lick the split.
Okay, and that's what you're looking for. Okay,
Man.
okay, a man doesn't matter. Height doesn't matter. Success, you don't measure by that. But yet, it's still.
have his own place.
Okay, but I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
And you're still saying like
Can't take his shoes off.
can't take your shoes off at the
Yeah,
door.
Peaches, I think you got.
I don't know, Peaches.
Yeah.
It's like you're kind of double-sided.
Like what?
Because they want to rent a room out.
But where are
and they
you
gonna
meeting
get a-
these men?
Huh?
Is it everywhere?
Sound like she
You're
meet
meeting
them
them
at the
everywhere?
Domino
They be
Shack.
at the airport sometimes.
I think you should date outside your race.
Chop.
Yeah, try
But
it.
the outside race have to want to date her.
Exactly.
But
No,
they
I'm being
do.
honest, though, for real.
she
They
doesn't
do.
go
Well,
black
hold
women.
on. Well, let me just say this. So most people that are outside your race can be easily intimidated by how you look because they are afraid to approach you.
True.
But Peaches not afraid to approach anybody.
Not
But I gotta stop
her.
doing that.
We're talking about a man because she said the man should pursue her. So you have to be. We've been out before. You know how the conversation can be inviting, And then what happens? It turns to flirting. It turns to other things. But you have to let a man feel comfortable enough
To ask you
approach
out. Yeah.
So I sent him a drink.
No.
Well, I've done that before.
You have
too.
general
So you
conversation.
gonna do T-Pain? I'ma buy you a drink.
I have bought them a drink, and then I get the number, and then they ghost me.
But see, wait a minute.
Talk
See,
it
sometimes when you're too forward, men don't like that.
Yeah.
They don't.
They consider you an aggressor.
Yeah.
You
And
gonna
some
get 'em in
men
that
don't
bedroom and
want
say,
aggressive
"Rawr."
women. Yeah.
I would.
I think it should be a situation where you're on even terms, whether like you're at a sports bar, but it's at a sports bar where it has not just one culture
Mixed,
or race.
yeah.
It's mixed. And so then you can learn the other people that are around you, but also they're comfortable, they're in their element.
Right.
So you ever had a papi chulo?
Who?
A papi chulo.
A papi chulo? Who in the hell is a papi chulo?
That's another time, another topic for another time.
Well, let's jump right into it then. What's a papi chulo since we have an open topic tonight? What's a papi chulo? Just moving right on along.
5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minute, man.
No, 5 minutes.
For what?
Shut it down.
Oh, a papi chulo?
Shut it down.
Okay.
It's a Mexican.
He's a Mexican.
Papi Chulo is a Mexican.
Well, that's the same thing as dating a black man. They ain't no damn
Oh,
different.
no.
It's different.
No, very different.
Okay, real
I'm
quick,
sure
what's
it's
a papi
different.
chulo?
Very different.
5 minutes to get it? Well, that's long enough, shit. Because
Okay,
half
you
of these
guys.
men can't last 30
This lady
seconds.
say.
You guys, we're going to have to wrap it up. We got 5 minutes, and we're going to have to wrap it up. I've been trying
Well,
to
baby-
give Peaches the hits, but Peaches ain't baby, she's still on the
She's
fixate
still
on the
on
papi chulo. Y'all
Well,
understand?
I'm thinking that you're saying 5 minutes
take
to
us
get
out,
it
Peaches.
in.
We gonna wrap it up.
well,
Take us
since-
out,
okay,
Peaches.
since we
to
got
go.
5 minutes to get it in, I'm going to make it like in 30 seconds then because most time that's all y'all men can last is
Oh
30
my
seconds.
goodness.
So, anywho, on the Papa Chula note, we're going to go on and wrap this thing up. It was open topic tonight. Y'all check us out and let us know what y'all think about the topic. And just a note for future references and moving forward, this is our second season going into our Divas Dose. And we would love to have y'all here every Wednesday night. We changed it from Monday to Wednesday nights because we know that Monday nights is a lot of sports that's going on. And then football season be starting up again here pretty soon. So with that being said,
With that
love
being
y'all.
said, like, subscribe, and share. Go on to all our many platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Check us out. Like, subscribe, and share.
LFTP and Divas Dose podcast on YouTube.
All right, you guys.
See y'all next Wednesday.
Stay good.